So this one is all about obliging, being that people pleaser. And you know who you are out there. you know, um, there's a lot of you out there. And it's not something to be ashamed of or proud of if you're not. It's just sort of like, again, it's getting in touch with your feelings. This is all about simply getting in touch with your feelings. But it's very important to ask yourself that question, though. Am I a people pleaser? And if I am, why is that? I mean, yes, it probably has to do with some belief that you have about yourself, some unworthiness that was established years and years and years ago. And what I see is normally, well, okay, I don't want to do this, but I should do this because that person will then be happy and that person will like me. And it's sort of, you're trying to feel or get your likeness shot and your feel good shot through other person's, views of you rather than, how you feel about yourself. You're good enough whether or not you do that act for that person or not, that service for that person or not. So it's important to ask yourself that very simple question before you do anything for someone is, do I genuinely, authentically want to do this? And again, the fantastic question you can ask is, what would I love? What would I love to do right now? What would I love to feel right now? And, the other day, um, sort of in the middle of the day, I got a call from, a girlfriend and, you know, it's her number, she's calling you. And um, it, it was sort of like, okay, yeah, do I want to talk to this person right now? I was sort of in a middle of doing a bunch of things. And yeah. And my answer was, yeah, I would love to connect with her right now. I would love to connect with her. And it's just sort of like, but maybe some other days, it's you're at the end of your rope. It's been really rough emotionally for you that day, or you genuinely have a lot of stuff to kind of, clear the air, to things to do, and you don't feel like you could give her your full attention in the moment. Then it's fine to say, you know what, no. um Either answer the phone and just say, hey, I'd love to connect with you, but can I call you later? Or leave it, go to voicemail and connect with her later. It's, again, it goes to, what would I love instead? What would I love to do? um it's it's getting in touch with your emotions and your feelings. And I think, the reason why we tend to become people pleasers is, like, you know you feel like you need your love and validation from other people rather than knowing, authentically, that you are good enough, that you are lovable as it is. And it could be a pattern of thought, a belief that was established, like I say, years and years and years ago. Maybe you were the oldest in your family, and you had a lot of little brothers and sisters, and your parents just always expected you to do things for them or do things for your siblings. And whenever you did things like that, you got a lot of you know love and affection from them, a lot of high fives, a lot of, oh, you're such a good kid. But it's only you're such a good kid when you do things for other people, rather than you're just good enough no matter what you do. So, just check on that. And if it's hard, if it's hard for you to like kind of find out for yourself, then speak to a therapist or a coach and see if you can get to it. But, honestly, it doesn't take a lot of thought to kind of see where these things are are stemming from. And once you realize what it is, you can just challenge that belief and say, well, that's not an accurate belief. I'm good enough no matter what. And I'm an adult now. So, you know what? I'm going to start believing something different. And honestly, that's how easy it is to change from being, you know, an upholder from an obliger, which means, an upholder is I'm going to check in with my feelings and see if I genuinely want to do this. And if I do, great. If I don't, I'll explain to this person why it's not a good time for me right now. So I hope that helps you people pleasers out there. Um, just it comes to, what would I love? And being your authentic self and knowing that you're lovable no matter what.